When others have taken from Congo, Bishop Natambo has been working diligently to give to the people. Yet another war could take it all away again. War destroys buildings and farms can be pillaged. But he understands all of this, and because of that, the church is striving toward giving the people something that can never be taken away: an education.
Good morning.
Currently, 2 new schools have been built for the children and a university is under construction. The dream is to instill the church's vision into all the people, and through education, empower them to make those dreams into realities. One of the earliest projects for the conference was the nursing school. Students undergo a 4-year program before being certified to practice as nurses. Currently, construction is underway for a hospital in order to provide a much better medical attention to the people in the region. On the last day of the clinic, the team, exhausted and running desperately short on medication, had seen over 1,000 patients in 7 days. In that time, they had seen and treated countless diseases, infections, and injuries. During that time, there had been 2 deaths, a 28-year-old man and a 3-month-old baby. Yet with all adverse circumstances, the group had an unlikely visitor. The governor of the Katanga Province had arrived, and in the last hour the clinic was open, he came and toured the operation. Later, addressing the public, he praised the team.
I'm willing to thank our Methodist.
The North Katanga Conference continues to do amazing things through their faith in God and their faith in the people. Communication lines have been opened to Kamina by a South African company, Vodacom, who has established cell phone coverage to the area. And with communication comes the sharing of knowledge. With the hope of stepping out of isolation and witnessing the amazing works of the church people, the hope of the Congolese continues to grow. But because of their extreme financial limitations, most of their funding has to come from outside the country. Currently, relationships established with United Methodist conferences in Texas, Ohio, and Arkansas, plus contributions from individual churches, has provided a large part of that funding. However, the need for money continues. It's hard to imagine the impact drilling a well that provides clean water to a community can have on the morale and health of the people. But churches like Asbury United Methodist in Little Rock, Arkansas, and St. John United Methodist in Corpus Christi, Texas, have provided 2 wells of life for kamina. But more wells are needed and more funding to help the rebirth of a community.
The church in Africa is not asking for a handout. They're asking for a hand up. And that's what we've been trying to do. That's the goal. A small example is where Asbury United Methodist Church, it's the church that I'm blessed to pastor, was given the challenge by Bishop Natambo when he asked us, would you be willing to help with a water well? It's the first real well that the people of North Katanga have ever had, where clean water is drawn, where it's not water that's taken from the river and carried on someone's head in a bucket, and then water causes people to have all kinds of diseases and physical ailments. The church at Asbury, when they heard Bishop Natambo, said, yes, we'll help. An example of the water well is our church gave money for that well. I believe it was like $1,600. When that money went back directly to the Congo, the money was used to build a well, and the drilling company said, well, we'll go ahead and drill a second well. So that investment multiplied. There are churches now throughout the entire connection of the United Methodist Church who saw that, and now I believe there's a total of 9 or 10 wells that have been built or being built at present.
Yet money is not the only need. The old style of missionary living in a community for years is quickly fading away. That method is being replaced by expert teams going into communities and offering consulting and teaching skills needed so these communities can stop depending on others and stand on their own. There is an abandoned brewery that the conference would like to purchase that has an electricity amplifier which can provide stable electricity.